Right. We are just getting set up and rolling here, everybody. It's about time. It has been a minute. It has been a minute. Let me check this real quick. I just want to get our want to get a tweet up real quick to everybody. Make sure that people know that we are live. So let me go ahead and check out here. There you go. Tweeting this out real quick and then we'll get it rolling. Alright. Tweet is sent. And let's check this out. Let's see how things are going. Alright. Feel free once you hop in, give us a shout out in the live chat. So yeah, we're just basically just gonna be checking out the new NBA 2K here and kind of checking out some of the player ratings and whatnot. So I'm kind of excited about it. See what some of the features are. Your player able to create. I don't think you can create a female player. Uh, looks like you can't create a female player. So that's a bummer. Can't do a create a player. Okay. Create a draft class, roster. All time. You like great teams. So far nothing WNBA. Fortunately. Yep, nothing WNBA there. That's alright. That's alright. Okay, my league, my career, my team. Pretty sure we're looking strictly at playing now, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens here. Play WNBA. What we're looking at, right? Play WNBA. Let's see. All right. Oh, here we go. All right. So here's some of our very first uh players player ratings here. Interesting. So I'm gonna see if we can find if we can just get like a list, right? Career, my league. I want my career. I don't want my league. I don't want my team. So now I guess that's probably got to be where we are then. So let's let's focus just on the left side of the screen for now. Let's just focus on that left side. Let's hit up Atlanta. Start off with Atlanta. See where we're at here. All right, we got. But I want to see the full roster. Where do I look up? Fine. 2K. Give me in features maybe. Settings. Roster. Oh, see we already checked that one. Check that one. Okay. Oh, we have a WNBA season. WNBA season. All right. Maybe we can check out some rosters, some full rosters here in the WNBA season. We'll see what happens there. Hey, what's up, Eric? Sorry, I didn't check chat for a little bit. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for coming to hang out. we're just kind of right now just trying to see if we can find like a full list of rosters. We can see starting fives if we go to play now. But I kind of want to check out and see. I want to check out and see like when we actually get. Yeah, I guess. I just want to see if we're able to check out. Layout. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Features. Multi setup. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's how it's set up now. 5 5. Maybe not in settings. Yeah, setup. Oh, advanced. Here we go. Hey. Okay, it looks like we got it here. Team details. We're finally there, guys. We finally got it. Man, it took us a little while. Took us a long time to get rolling today because I pre-downloaded the game thinking that that's gonna mean I'm gonna be able to get it up and running really, really quick. And then when my computer had to unpack it all, once it released just after 10 o'clock Mountain Time, which is where I'm at, as a lot of you guys know. But the cool thing was that because it's East Coast midnight is when it released. So a little bit after 10, I started unpacking, but then it took like an hour and a half to unpack. This game is like 75, 77 gigabytes. It's insane. It's huge. So I'm really excited, but let's start off with. See, well, hold on. These alphabetical? I don't feel like these are alphabetical. Atlanta, Indiana, New York, Minnesota. Yeah, these are not alphabetical. So, let's just it starts us off at the Las Vegas Aces. We'll start with the Aces. All right, there we go. We'll just rock that for a little bit here. All right. So it starts with the Aces. Looks like they're an overall 82, 82 overall team. Dream 84. Yeah, let's take a look at some team overalls here. All right. Looks like we got overall 82 for the Aces. Offense and defense both at 82. All right, just kind of straight up across the board there. Average. It is kind of cool that like down below they've got last season performance not available because they're a new franchise. I wouldn't be opposed if they would have included San Antonio there in the last season performance average player age. That's kind of cool because if you're going to take over the team for a season, you kind of want to know that. Um, 9 playoffs appearances, so they do include probably San Antonio, and I would guess all the way back to maybe Utah. We'll see. Fan interest 90%, market size large. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind both of those rings. I kind of want to see how they compare to everything else though. I don't want to see how it all compares like across the board. But okay, for starting off, Las Vegas Aces, which is the first team that pops up when you start it here. Not bad. We'll come back and we're gonna look individually through each of these for each of these teams as we roll at each of the players. But I just want to look at the just overall the team details. So that little left section there. All right. So 82 aces. Dream at 84, which is interesting considering where both of those two teams finished at the end of, or are finishing, I guess technically right now, at the end of this season. 84 overall. Granted, obviously this doesn't take into account like injuries and whatnot. You're not gonna have McCautry hurt. You're not gonna have Sue Bird and Stewie and DT. They're not all gonna be hurt, and so it's gonna be more kind of a base here. So looks like they're in 91 defense overall. I I have to agree with that. You look at what the Coach Nikki Collins doing. I think that she's a heavy defensive coach. I agree their offense is a little down. They do struggle offensively. I think that's Atlanta's two sides. I think that's Atlanta's struggle is on offense. Average player age again 26. Last season performance. Oh, okay, so looks like it's not just because Las Vegas. So if you look back here, I was thinking Las Vegas had not available because they were a new franchise. Looks like they're just doing that for every team because you're starting a new season fresh, right? Does that make sense? So 8 playoff appearances, average age 26. Again, fan interest is 90 and market size is large. Like all of them are fan interest is 90. Okay, so we don't need to really break that down. That's cool. Good to know. Good to know. Um, let's see. Average player age. All right, yeah, market size, large market. That's cool. All right, so there's Atlanta 84 overall. Interesting. Interesting. Indiana with a 78 overall. This is the lowest one that we've had so far. 80 offense, 75 defense. Let me get into these individual players. Okay, good. I was gonna say my first thought when it said defense was I was like, I wonder what they have Tierra McCowan at because she's a rookie. I wonder how much they got on her. They do have her inside defense like it's an A, which makes sense. All right. Anyway, we won't again. We'll break up players a little bit later. Liberty at an 87. So we had 84 Dream, the Libs all the way up at 87. Interesting. Again, for a team that's missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons, I don't want to call them out. This might be a little high. This might be a little high. A 91 offense. Mm, we're gonna have to break this down a little bit more when we get into the actual players here as to why their offense is a 91. I really don't see why the Liberty are at an 87. That's kind of I don't know. I don't know. I think there's other teams that should be higher. In fact, the fact that the Aces are in 82 and New York's in 87. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll have to look maybe at individual players eventually. But let's see. So we got the Lynx. Lynx 91. Okay. They did include Maya Moore. I noticed. Notice that Maya Moore is not scanned, right? You got Sylvia Fowles with her current picture. Maya Moore. Or maybe I don't know. Why is Maya Moore like a? Why did they not have her picture up? Maybe she volunteered up before she left. But did you include Maya Moore here at a 93 overall? That's pretty solid. Pretty solid. 4 WNBA championships. Market size medium. This is the first medium market size that we've taken a look at. 91. I get that one. I get this one because you've got Maya Moore still on here. D-Route. Looks like the rest of the roster is pretty well up to date. Pretty solid. Um, yeah, I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Got Simone. Ugh. Average player age again is 26. Sorry, it's late, guys. If you guys know this, it's like almost midnight here, and so it's like 2 a.m. out on the East Coast. That's probably why not a lot of you are hopping on. So I get it. I get it. It's late. Hopefully you guys are checking this out the next day. Break up Phoenix at 90. Okay. These their top four, their top three. You got Tarasi, Griner, Bonner, all in the 90s. That makes sense. That makes sense. Offense, I think that's the highest. Oh no, Minnesota's got the highest offense so far, as opposed to Phoenix. I wonder where Washington's at, because Washington's offense, especially this season. Ooh, wonder where Washington's at. Really curious where Washington's at. So we'll see. Playoff appearances 13. Player ages 20 of the Mystics and the Lynx. But a 94, I feel like that's a really significant jump over the next team. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Hold on. Okay, good. Get some buffering. Okay. Checking. Just making sure we're good here. Making sure we're good. All right. Connecticut. You know what? This is the most Connecticut deal that you can have here. All right. They're an 89 overall, which right now it looks like that looks pretty middle of the road. like pushing, right? 88 offense, 89 defense. That feels middle of the road. I have to go back and check exactly where everybody is, but that feels pretty middle of the road right now. Um, yeah, but like look at their top. Look at their top. We're gonna break into this a little bit quicker. But there's not a huge drop off. You got Jones at 90, okay, but like you got 86, 85, 81, 80, 79. Like there's not a huge drop off player to player, right? Um, you look at you look at Seattle, like they've got several, and then I don't know. I feel like there's a bigger drop off there. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, the Wings at an 87 overall. Okay, if the Sun are at 89, Storm at 94, the Wings at 87. Again, you got Skydig, all right, because that's the difference. Is Skydig's back in this game, 88 overall player. Um, 87. I'm cool with that for now. Might be a little high for me, because I think outside of Skydig, Agumbawale, we may have a few other players here that might be rated slightly high. Dallas fans, don't be mad at me. I'm just saying, look at the season Dallas has had, and Agumbawale should probably be higher, based on what we've seen, and probably putting yeah I'd probably put Agumbawale slightly higher, but I may have a couple other players slightly lower. I don't know. 87 overall is pretty solid. That's your teams, all right? So that's the overalls. Man, now that we're back to the aces, right? Because we went through, I said we got to compare the aces to everybody else that we've seen. So from what we saw, Indiana Fever's our lowest, and then Seattle up here is our highest at 94. All right. The aces at 82. Now it surprises me. I don't see this one now. Um, I want to see where their thoughts are. So let's take a look here. Overall players. All right. So start with Liz Cambage as the highest overall player. Um, inside offense, A plus, 3-point, B plus. Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. Mid, pretty solid around the way there. Inside D, rebounding A. Okay, playmaking is a C. Okay, okay. Physical is a B minus. IQ is an A. Okay, okay. So a 91 overall for Liz. 91 overall for Liz. Now, I mean, there's a reason why she was runner up in the MVP race last year. So Asia at an 89. I think Asia is a 90 plus player easy in this game. Now they're being nice. Or I don't know if they're being nice. They're putting her close. They're putting it 89. I don't know. I think that's a little weak for Asia. I think Asia's better than the 89. 3 points an F. Other than that, everything's pretty solid. Again, playmaking. I think it's probably because they're inside players, right? That's why their playmaking's at a C. Okay, McBuckets. McBuckets at an 87. Again, I might bump. I think if it were me, Wilson bumps up to a 91 with Cam Beige. McBride bumps up to an 89. Okay. That's where I'm seeing those two. Plum at 80. I'm cool with Plum and Hamby at 80. It is interesting. Yeah, Jackie Young's at a 78. Mm, I may bump Jackie down just a skosh. I may put her like a 75, 76. All right. Just I think early on as a rookie, I think that's probably where you're at. Tamara Young, Sugar Rogers, and kind of checking out the rest of the squad here. Jisoo Park kind of bringing up the bottom here at 73. Um, Here's the thing about maybe why the Aces are at 82 overall. The Aces are starter heavy. They don't go super deep into their bench very much, right? You are you're gonna see some from Colson, Young, or Tamara Young, um, Epiphany Prince a little bit. Like that's weird. She got Epiphany Prince right now. She just signed with these guys. Like interesting. It's that updated. I did not anticipate it to be that updated. That's impressive. Um, wow. Okay, I just realized that. I don't know. I think these guys got to be bumped up. You know what? I'm going back thinking about. I might put Wilson higher. based on what you've seen from year 1 and year 2 in Wilson, I might make Wilson a 93. I think she's a 92, 93 level player, and I think they're a little low on her. McBride's an 89. Everything else, I don't see anything else like way out of line here. Everything else looks pretty solid. But Wilson, McBride got to go up for this one. I think overall the ace has got to be a little bit higher. Maybe their bench hurts them a little bit on the overall stuff. Check out Atlanta. All right, we got McCautry. At an 88. Tiffany Hayes at an 85. I'm just gonna check out inside scoring, range scoring, and 3-point scoring. Okay, so they're really similar. Hayes has a slight advantage on the 3-point. Perimeter D, McCautry with an A plus. McCautry at an A plus. There's a couple players I'd put an A plus on perimeter D. I don't know about Angel. I was expecting maybe a B plus there. Side defense, rebounding, playmaking. I will say this: I think your perimeter D goes down to a B plus, Angel, but I think your IQ goes up. I think Angel's one of the smarter players. I think she knows how to work the game of basketball the right way. I think if I'm talking basketball IQ among current players, I think Angel's up there. I think she's higher than that. Hayes, 85 overall. And I want so badly for Tiffany Hayes to be more respected than she is. I really do. Um, but based on what Atlanta's done this year, I don't know if I can justify too many of these going up any higher. Okay, so it looks like 73 might be the lowest that we've seen. Jisoo Park, Kazorla Gulich. I think that's anything else. I will say this. I think Alex Bentley should be higher. I think Alex Bentley should be up like a 78, 79, up with Sykes and Williams. I think Bentley. Some of you guys are gonna hate me. Here's my take with Atlanta. I think Bentley's a better player than Sykes, at least on the level of Williams. Maybe not quite Breland. All right, I do think that the big three, McCautry, Hayes, Breland, they got those. I think sliding my 4 spot in there might be Bentley. Maybe I'm higher on Bentley than other people, but I just that's my take. That's my take on that. Check out the Fever. Erica Wheeler starting things off. You know, yeah, I'm good with that. With the season she's had, WNBA All-Star MVP, like go Erica Wheeler. Like she has had a season to remember. Like I love it. I love the fact that Erica Wheeler's just rocking it this year. At an 84, that's where the Fever struggle, right? Like look at every other team. Okay, so I guess Skydig's only an 88, but look at every other team's top player. 85, Vandersloot's an 85, but you got 85, 85, 85, 82. So across the top 3 are all 85s in Chicago. 85, Eldon's a 95, Tarasi 92, right? 93, Tina Charles 87. Erica Wheeler is the lowest valued top player for a team, which I guess I get with Indiana right now. Indiana, I was hoping Kelsey Mitchell was going to pan out better. I think by the end of next season, 2K21, if McCowan keeps playing the way she's been kind of coming on at the end of this season, and she kind of gets released, you guys saw us tweet about this that she's been unleashed. I think McCowan bumps up. I think McCowan's probably a little bit better, but I think her body of work this season, you probably can't give it to her. Tiffany Mitchell down at 78. A little okay, and they have Harris and Burke both. Mm, interesting. S71. That's the lowest rating that we've seen so far. So not only does Indiana have the 2 lowest rated players that we've seen so far, you come all the way up here. Erica's the lowest rated like top player for a team. Man, Fever get no respect. Atlanta got thrashed this season. Dallas has struggled a lot. Not to mention New York, which New York, they're coming up next at an 87. I don't know. I think Fever fans, I think you got messed over a little bit here. I think you got more talent here. I'd like to see the Fever just across the board getting some bumps. Um, I think Tiffany Mitchell is better than a 78. Why is she so low? Her offensive stats are low. Defense is really low outside of perimeter. IQ's an A minus. I agree with that. I think Tiffany Mitchell is really solid IQ player, but interesting that I don't know why her stuff seems to be so low, especially her offense. I think her offense is better than that. I think her offense is better than that. I don't know. Tiffany Mitchell at 78 is surprising. I'd bump her higher. Definitely bump her higher. She's probably the one that I think here is getting hurt the most. Dupree as well. Dupree. Mm, I think your top three players here: Wheeler, Mitchell, Dupree, and Tiffany Mitchell as well. All need a good 2 or 3 point boost, in my opinion. I don't know. I think the Fever getting a little hated on here. Liberty. Okay, Tina Charles at 87. I get that. Inside scoring A plus. Yeah, she's one of the best inside scorers in the game. Makes absolute sense. I think her mid range was also probably a B plus. It's a little low. 3 point B plus. B plus. Okay. Um, inside D A minus. Rebounds are C minus. I think she gets better rebounds if she makes a better effort to rebound in real life. I think she's got the skills for it. I think that Tina Charles, the one knock I do have on Charles is I don't see that like hunger for rebounds like I see in other players. So I get that. Playmaking a D plus. I don't know, this D plus, the playmaking stat, that's got to be, is that like handles? I guess I should like, I don't know, maybe I should play a game and see what playmaking does for different players. But playmaking, maybe that's handles, and maybe that's why she's a D plus. But anyway, high IQ, I get that. Ian Nurse, 85 overall. That's about right. I think Tina Charles overall needs to be a little higher. I think she's about an 80, 89. But I don't know, some of these others. Asia Durr, I think 79. I think a lot of the rookies need to be a little lower. I think Asia Durr is closer to 77. Uh, yeah, probably 77. Zowie B at 79. I'm okay with that. Kia Nurse at 85. Yeah, yeah, that's probably about right. Brittany Boyd. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything like overly terrible with what I'm pretty good with most of it. Yeah, let's check out Minnesota here. Maya Moore, 93 overall. Okay, yeah, she's one of the best players of all time. Got to give her a 93. Inside scoring A plus, mid range scoring A plus, 3 point scoring A. Yeah, 100%. Perimeter defense solid. Rebounding's a D. She doesn't. Yeah, she's more on. She does a lot more of like outlets, stuff like that. Um, if she's a 93 and she's got a D and a B on playmaking, like I'm curious to see some of the higher ones than Maya Moore were like Bree Stewart and I think I saw Deladon's like a 95 as well. I'm curious what their letter grades are for some of these things. I'm cool with that, Maya. Um, yeah, it's late, guys. I'm sorry. Fouls at 91. That sounds good. I'm good with that. I think Charles goes bumps to 89, but fouls at 91. I'm good with. I like that. I like that. 3 points in F. Everything else is A so far. Playmaking again. I think that's just bigger players, right? Because if you look down here at Christmas Kelly right there, like Benley, yeah, like those are lower. Fouls, physicals, B plus, IQ A minus. I'm good with Sylvia's. I think those look solid. Simone Augustus. Let's see, 86. I think a couple years ago, if this game's made, I think she's pushing 90. I think earlier on in her career she's pushing 90. I think she's had some seasons better. pretty impressive. Her scoring across the board's really solid. Really low rebounds and inside D. Even a perimeter defense at a B minus. That might be because, sorry Simone, she's older. You're getting older. Physicals B minus. Like I think that's why some of that is. I think her IQ is a little higher. I think she's an A minus IQ. But hey, I didn't make the video game. These guys did. All right. Collier. Ooh, real quick, while I've got Collier up, let's take a look at Collier and then bounce over to Dallas. Agumbawale is at an 83. All right, here's the Rookie of the Year debate right here. Agumbawale is at an 83. Collier is an 85. Okay, so 2K's got Collier at a higher rating. Inside scoring, 3-point scoring. So like her scoring's a little low. The B range, not low, but a little low. Perimeter D solid. Inside D. Where's her low stuff? Cause here's my thing. Fouls has an F, a C minus, an F and a C minus. Augustus has an F and a D minus and a B minus, and yet Collier at 85 is rated lower. No Fs, no Ds, 2 C minuses, rebounds and playmaking. Okay, I guess I talked myself out of being super. I'd be curious. D-Rob, like I wish that you could look up like jumping and speed. I'm curious what D-Rob's speed would be. Let's check out her physicals. There's a B minus. Okay, she's one of the quicker players here. There you go. You got Minnesota. I'm alright with Minnesota being that high. I'm cool with it. DT at a 92. Okay. Again, you make this game a season ago, last year. She's a 93, 94. Easy. Maybe higher. Maybe higher. She might be. I think she's up there possibly with your Deladon, with your Stewie, personally. Inside scoring. How do you? Here's my hold up. How you got DT, one of the best shooters in the game of basketball, at an A minus? Her scoring. Okay, mid range. If you're gonna drop mid range to an A. 3 points got to be an A plus for DT. Sorry, it just does. Hold up, Brianne January, A minus perimeter D. No, higher perimeter D than that. Higher perimeter D, easy. Yeah, you got Griner at an A minus perimeter D, or A plus perimeter D in January and A minus. Now January is one of the more impressive perimeter defenders. She's one of the most underrated perimeter defenders in the game. At an A minus, that's robbery. That is just robbery right there. We got it off of DT here. Inside defense D, rebound D minus, playmaking A. Okay, that makes sense. IQ A plus. Personally, DT, you got underrated. You got underrated, DT. Griner, 91. 3-point. Okay, legit though. I watched in person, about 10 feet away, sitting on Phoenix's bench, Griner and Taurasi going head to head in 3-point shootout. And you would think that DT would just destroy her and Griner wouldn't. No, Griner gave her all she could handle. All right, Griner's got range. This is just that is poor research right there. Griner's better 3-point shooter than an F. Give her a C. She can pass. Give her a passing grade. Don't flunk her. Don't fail her out. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Okay, here's what you do. You take her perimeter defense to a B plus, and you bring her 3-point shooting up to a C. How's that? We meet in the middle. Let's meet in the middle. All right. IQ's an A. Physicals B minus. Maybe her speed's low. But like other than that, like her strength, her height, like all that, yeah, she's got to be really solid. So how's her physicals? I think her physicals are a little higher. Now Bonner, again, probably one of the more criminally underrated players in the game right now because she also plays with DT and Griner, who seem to be bigger names. But Bonner at 90, I'm glad Bonner got a 90. Okay, I'm glad she did. I think she deserves it. Inside scoring A plus, 3-point again. one of the better 3-point shooting teams across the board. I think all 5 of these starters for Phoenix, DT, Griner, Bonner, January, Mitchell are pretty decent 3-point shooters. I'm not angry at a B. I might go B plus. Yeah, not bad. Basketball IQ. Okay. Little's down to 75. Oh, both Littles 75, 74. Right. Essence Carson at a 78. Look at the average player age 29. Look at the player age 36. Griner's only 28. Griner's the young one. Griner's been in the league a while, guys. Griner's been I feel like she's been in the league a good amount of time and she's like super young. You got 36, 31, 32, 33, 32, 35, 34 and then your 3 rooks. That's how did I not realize that Griner other than the rookies, Griner's the youngest player on her team. How did we not realize this before? That's mind blowing to me. That's crazy. Um okay, yeah. Uh January. Okay. Mitchell, I might even put her inside scoring a little lower. I might have her at a C minus range inside scoring. I think that's a little high. Perimeter defense, inside D. I think Mitchell's perimeter defense gets bumped up a little bit though. IQ's B minus. I don't know. Tough because this the IQ here is kind of low for a lot of these players. I don't know. I want to let's just skin through some of these rooks. All right, they're all 73. Cunningham, Turner, Smith. All 3 of the Phoenix rookies are 73. Scoring wise, Cunningham's top of the list. I get that. That makes sense. I think Alana Smith's a little low. I think Elena Smith's maybe. Where does she make up for it? Basketball IQ's a C. Okay, that makes sense. Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, she is the best scorer of the rookies, so I'm cool with Phoenix. All right, here we go. Highest rated player that we've seen so far, Elena Deladon, 95 overall. Inside scoring, A plus. Mid-range scoring, A plus. 3-point scoring, A. Perimeter defense, A minus. Inside, like, look at this. Everything's just the lowest she's got is rebounding and playmaking. Playmaking also. I know she's tall, but just because she's tall doesn't mean that you take like Candace Parker should have a high playmaking. We'll find out, but Candace Parker should have a high playmaking, even though she plays, center, right? Because she's a point center. Deladon, you got to give. I still think that's even low. She's like A's across the board, and I'm complaining about the one thing that she has a B minus. Anyway, solid. I mean, look at the seasons that she's had this year. Look at what she's done there in Washington. It's insane what she's done in Washington. So I get this. I get it. It's cool. It's cool, Deladon. 95 overall. I'm good with that. Tolliver at 87. I want to say that I think she's a better player than an 87. Um, hmm, but we'll see. Rebounding's an F. Yeah, these 2 scores right here, inside defense and rebounding, really kill Tolliver's overall. But I think if you play the game, I think you're gonna play better than an 87 overall. Because look at like offensively, inside scoring, mid-range scoring, and 3-point scoring. They both have an A and 2 A pluses. So I think in game, I think Tolliver's gonna play better than an 87 overall. But I don't have a problem with her 87 overall. Atkins at an 83. I have Ariel Atkins probably hates me, but because I called her a bust big time on her rookie season, and she ended up being, one of the better rookies of that year. In fact, I think she had a pretty decent shot at rookie of the year had Asia Wilson not been where she was. If Asia Wilson isn't in that draft, Ariel Atkins might be rookie of the year. 83. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. In low inside D, low rebounding, IQ. See, this is where I disagree. Physicality, I think Atkins is a B. Easy. Physicals, yeah, Atkins is more. Yeah, she's better physically than a B. Come on, show her some love here. Let's see. Anything else? Meesman at 79. Okay, if you guys looked at that the article from the Athletic earlier, some people were saying that Meesman was one of the more underrated players in the game. I agree. 79 Meesman. Look at her scoring though. Again, she's gonna be like Tolliver. She's gonna play higher than her overall because she got an A minus, A plus, A minus, right? Her defense struggles except for on the inside. Playmaking D minus, physical C minus, IQ B. And she got on her defense, and then these three over here, she got hurt quite a bit. I think she's gonna play better than a 79 overall. Ariel Powers at 78. Shatori Walker Kimbrough 76. They have the lowest rated player so far that we've seen, right? Yeah, does anybody else have a 70? Not yet. Mystic's got a 70. Hmm. Okay, interesting. Maybe that's what brought their overall down to a 91. Here we go. Moving on to the sky. Let's check out the sky here, guys. So, with the sky, Vandersloot, Quigley, DeShields, all sitting straight across the 85. Okay? You guys know Vandersloot's my daughter's favorite player, and she's probably having a better. She's probably, second or third place for MVP this year, behind Deladon. Maybe fighting with Jonquel Jones, but MVP type season. Scoring, I might knock down. I might knock down her 3-point to a B plus. I think it's a little high. Um, I think these right here hurt both of these players because the Sky have such an amazing backcourt that you've got Vandersloot, Quigley, DeShields. Like that's a solid backcourt. That if they're inside D, I guess DeShields. Yeah, DeShields is a small forward. She's a 3. So I guess she's kind of like outside. She does play a little inside. Interesting that her inside D is a B plus. But rebounds are killing all three of these players. In fact, who's the highest rebounding? Wow, we gotta go all the way down to Alexander to get a B plus. The best rebounder on the team, the lowest rated player. Oh no. Okay, we got Cheyenne Parker at a B plus as well. But look at that. Look at that. Their top players rebounding D minus, F, F, C plus. Steph Dolson, your center, is a C plus rebounder. No wonder you guys are 8-1 overall. No wonder. Okay, good. That was my next thing I was gonna check is Quigley's A plus at 3-point scoring. If that wasn't the case, I was gonna be frustrated. Here's my question. I didn't notice this. You guys might have seen this before. Does DeShields physicals? Because I think she's one of the most athletic players in the game. Are her physicals at least an A minus? If her physicals are not an A minus, like we can just throw the rest of this game away. Okay, not really, but here we go. Oh, that's playmaking. Physical B plus. See, it's the highest on the screen right now. It's too low right now. DeShields is her physical. She's quick. She can jump. She's lateral. Like she's fast getting up and down the court. DeShields is one of the more athletic players in the entire league, and you're gonna give her a B plus. I don't like that. Okay, DeShields physical is at B plus. I don't like. I like her at an A. But basketball IQ for Vandersloot, who leads the league in like by a vast margin. By like you take a player and add 50%, the second place player right now, add 50% to their assists per game. That's what you have with Vandersloot. Nobody has better court vision in the game right now than Vandersloot, and you're gonna give her a B plus. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Dolson is low even for the inside. even for like a center power forward type player, she's low for like rebounding. That's a low inside defense for Steph Dolson. Perimeter defense D minus. She's pretty low in this game. 82. I'm surprised she's an 82 with the ratings that they have. I guess they have her offense high, but I don't know. I might knock a little bit of her offense down just a skosh. Steph Dolson, I think she might be slightly overrated at 82. I think you drop Steph down to an 80, but I think all of these other three are probably closer to 87, 88. You take into account the Shield's physicality and her just being athletic. I think she's better. Vandersloot's got better IQ than a B. What was it? B plus or B or whatever. Uh, Quigley, I bumped to 87, 88. But Delson, I think I dropped to a 79 or 80. The rest of these, let's see. Katie Lou, Sam Parker, Shamir Faulkner. Um, yeah, the rest of this I don't have a major problem with. It looks like a lot of the times they get to the bench and they're just like, okay, like let's just take playing time and just start at like 77 and just work our way down. Okay, let's just work our way down. Start at 77 on the bench and just work our way down, based on minutes and just expand it out. It kind of looks like what they've done here. So Sparks, Candace Parker, 93 overall. Okay, what were we gonna say about Parker? Playmaking. That's right, because she plays. Okay, in here positions power forward depends on the game. She might play center some games. She might play power forward others. Um, let's look. I'm curious what her playmaking is. If they took it by position because a power forward would have a low playmaking, or if they went with how she plays because she makes some plays. All right. So, and we got Chelsea Gray, who's also a big time playmaker. So I'm curious playmaking comparing Candace Parker and Chelsea Gray. All right. Playmake. Okay, good. Good. We got A minus for Parker, A plus for Gray. Good job. NBA 2K, good job. Good job. You didn't fall into a trap of just setting you actually went through, at least on the starters it looks like. You actually went through and had a pretty solid group here. Shanae at a D out on the 3-point line, mid range. Do I have any Fs? We got a D plus. Shanae Gunke, D plus playmaking. D minus rebounding for Gray and Beard. D minus inside defense. That makes sense. Yeah, perimeter defense for Beard. That makes sense. She's a defensive player of the year, multiple time winner of defensive player of the year. It makes sense. That's good. Basketball IQ B plus. Kalani Brown. Basketball IQ at a C. Interesting. That probably what knocks her down a bit. You know what? I like what they've done with Kalani Brown. She's steady. Inside, mid, and 3 points all B minus, B minus, B minus. Right? A little above average. Perimeter defense B minus, not bad. Inside is a C plus. I think I think you flip those two. Not a huge difference. Look, literally B minus, B minus, B minus, B minus, C plus, B minus, B minus, B minus. Like Kalani Brown is just a B minus player apparently. Just a B minus player. Maria Vadiva, one of the younger players in the whole game right here. 76 overall. I get that. Um, yeah, let's see. I'm curious. Fixed out really poorly here. Maria Vadiva, an F on playmaking. That's hard to. It's kind of weird to tell anybody in the WNBA that they have an F in playmaking. I don't know. That sounds weird to me. Overall, nothing else sticking out too much with the Sparks. I like what I see. NECA and Shanae. Interesting. NECA's just a couple of seasons away, a couple of seasons removed from having an MVP type season. She's only an 89. Yeah. Wonder what it is. Wonder what's knocking her. It's got to be that playmaking. Got to be that playmaking. There's your 85 overall Sparks. I think they are a little too low. The Storm, I think, might be a little high. Might be a little high. Let's take a look here. Okay, Bree at 95. Again, her and she and Elena Deladon are the two like big time overalls, right? So they're the two highest overalls. Uh, Here's your scoring: inside's A plus, mid range A, 3-point A plus. Cool. I might knock her down to an A on 3 point. Defense, rebounding, yeah, she's so well rounded. She's so well rounded. Like she's just got so many elements of her game are exactly where they need to be. Um, she's an MVP and not just like a point scoring MVP like we see sometimes, but just a all around player. A basketball IQ, physicals B plus, playmaking, yeah, that makes sense. Good job, Stewie. Looking solid at the age of 24. Age of 24, just straight killing it. Now, it's crazy to think that Natasha Howard's a 91. Can we just think back at where we were? Think back at where we were a couple seasons ago. All right, where Natasha Howard was a couple seasons ago. She's a 91 right now. That's 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 mind blowing to me. Yeah, there we go. Defense and rebounding, all are A's. I like that. That's solid. Physicals. Oh, sorry guys. Hey, Seattle's basketball IQ. They're top five all here. A minus, A minus, A minus, A, right? And really solid across the board on basketball IQ. Rebounding, Super's rebounding's an F. That's funny. Inside D, Bird, Lloyd, and Canada all with D minuses because they don't defend inside. They're all small. All guards make sense. Uh, Canada's out shooting is yeah, that's probably about where it needs to be. That's yeah, that's what can like look. I'm surprised Canada's sitting at an 84. When you look at her letter grades, like she has perimeter D is an A plus. Everything else, playmaking is an A, but everything else like is really low. D minus, D minus, D plus, D, B plus. Like I'm impressed that she's an 84 overall based on what I'm seeing in letter grade wise. All right. Alicia Clark, I gotta check out her defensive stats. B plus and B. You know what? I'm cool if you take Alicia Clark and you make her an A on perimeter defense. You can knock her inside defense down to B minus. Um, that's my take on that. I think Alicia Clark. I think Clark and January are two of the best perimeter defenders in the game. Canada's good because she's quick, but Alicia Clark is just like technique wise, her technique is phenomenal. If you want to if you're coaching youth, I don't care, boys or girls, whatever, and if you want to teach them on ball defense, and off ball defense actually, honestly, go watch Alicia Clark. Alicia Clark is honestly was probably as instrumental in winning the championship for the Storm last season than just about any other player because she was able to single-handedly lock out several players, big-time playmakers. 81, I'm cool with. I'm good with that. 3-point at an A plus. She's not a volume scorer. I'm a little surprised she's an A plus here because she doesn't shoot as many of the other players, but she has. I think she's been in the top like 3 or 4 percentage wise in 3-point shooting for most of her career. So I get that. Sam Bam, A minus 3-point shooting. Mercedes Russell, a D plus basketball IQ. That's a little rough. That's a little rough to say. Okay, Shavante Zealous, Courtney Paris. Courtney Paris is getting got a little her rebounding and her defense are solid, but look at the rest. I feel bad. Courtney, don't take offense to this. Look at this. D, F, D, F, D, C plus is your best offensive trait. All right, Dietrich bringing up the rear at 71. Let's check out just the essence that is Connecticut Sun. Connecticut Sun is so even across the board. Look at their ages too. You range from 22 to 29, and that's it. The young team. That's a young team. All right, John Quill. Let's see where we're at here. Inside scoring A minus, mid range A minus, 3-point A plus. I'm probably knocking your 3-point down. I think the A plus needs to be really like high level. Like I think the very very best 3-point shooters get that, and I don't know if I put John Quill. I don't know. I don't think she's on the same range as as like a Quigley and some others. Anyway, that's just me. Strick A minus. Okay. If you want to give John Quell an A minus, give her an A minus, but give Strick the A plus in the 3-point. You just won the 3-point contest. Let's see. Rebounding A plus, absolutely. Physicals B, IQ B. I wonder what like plays into blocking, because Jones is leading the league in blocking this season. So I'm really curious, like what goes into that? Is it physicals and IQ? Is it inside defense? Because if so, her inside defense needs a boost. It's at a B plus right now. Her inside defense needs a B boost because she's blocking like crazy right now. Alyssa Thomas, B plus mid range. Basically, she's just inside. Perimeter defense at an A for Alyssa Thomas. That's I don't know how I feel about that. I think her perimeter defense needs a little bit of work. I'd probably knock that down a little bit. Basketball IQ, her and Jasmine Thomas both sit in the A on basketball IQ. Yeah, I see that. Um, I would love it if basketball IQ, like for like all the Connecticut Sun was like basically your top 5 are all B pluses or like all A minuses. I'd be cool with that just because of because of how they are. Courtney Courtney Williams at an 80. Yeah, that's solid. If you're starting 5 are all 80s, because look at okay, Seattle's ridiculous. Seattle's probably a little too high on some of theirs. But like LA's all 80s. Yeah, I feel like I feel like Connecticut should be a little higher. No, I don't. Dude, I don't know what I want with Connecticut. I can't tell if they like sneakily have like all of the talent in the league and they just manage it well, or if Kurt Miller's getting more out of less talent. Like that's what's crazy about the Connecticut Sun. You actually don't know. You don't know if like you look at like UConn in college, right? Take a look at UConn. Like yeah, they might have the five of the top 8 players in the country, but are they putting up the stats? No. But are they winning? Yes, right? Because you got to distribute those stats evenly across your top 5 players. I feel like Connecticut does that. I can't tell if they're doing it because they have all the talent, they're distributing it well, or if they have less talent and Kurt Miller's just taught them team basketball to kind of lift them up and help them rise. That's the question. That's the question. And I think that once you start seeing players from Connecticut going to other teams, we might learn a little bit more what um what the what the truth is about the Connecticut Sun here. All right, Dallas Wings. Skydig at an 88. I anticipated Skydig would be pushing 90. I really did. I thought Skydig would be at about a 90. Offense looks really solid. Perimeter D. Rebounds D minus. Playmaking A plus. Absolutely. Skydig, solid playmaker. Physicals a C plus. I think it's a B. Did they take into account that she was pregnant? Coming off of pregnancy. I think she's closer to a B. All right, on her physicals. I feel like they're like, oh, she's pregnant. B plus. Basketball IQ B plus. Little low. I think Skydig needs a bump in a couple of these. I think she's closer. I think you bump her to a 90. I think you take her mid range also to an A minus. Rebounds I'd give her a C minus, not a D minus. She's better than that. And physicals I make her a B. And I don't know, maybe IQ I'm okay at B plus. But physicals, like looking at a B. Goombawale, Arike, my girl Arike, pushing for rookie of the year this year. All right. Inside scoring A minus, mid range scoring B plus, 3-point scoring A minus. Now playmaking, check it out. Playmaking B plus, not bad for a rookie. Not bad for a rookie. I'm not mad at it. Defense, which is where everybody says she's lacking. That's the game kind of reflects that. C plus, C minus, D minus rebounding. Yeah, like that kind of reflects everybody's opinion on Arike, right? You talk to Arike yourself, you might get a different story, but that's kind of reflects everybody's opinion right now. Kayla Thornton. He, oh, I I think I think Kayla Thornton and Alicia Gray. I think both of them have a little high. They're a little too high on their offensive stats. If you got a Goombawale sitting in B pluses and A minuses, I don't think that you give Gray B's and A's as well. I think I don't know. I think inside scoring for Gray, I think it's a B plus at best. Kayla Thornton, I wouldn't be surprised if those are B minuses across the board. I don't think Kayla Thornton's a better scorer than Emma Mieseman, and Emma Mieseman, or no, excuse me. Oh no, it was Kalani Brown that was the B minuses. I've looked at too many of these things, guys. I'm getting all confused, getting all messed up on them. See if there's anybody else that I really want to take at Mariah Jefferson, Amani McGee. Let's check out Amani McGee's stat here. 3-point D minus. Okay, I'm good with her offensive stats. That's about where I feel like she's at. Perimeter D, I think, is a little high. I think, or a little higher. I think it's maybe closer to C plus. I think she's better perimeter than people give her credit for. Rebounding's an A, solid. Playmaking's an F. I really want to know more about this playmaking. Yeah, I'm interested. Physicals, I think she's a C plus, B minus in physicals. Well, I think she needs a little bit of a bump. Um, I don't mind. I don't mind that she's low on offense. In fact, if you wanted to knock her down a little on offense and bump her a little on defense and physicals, I'd be good with that on McGee Stafford. Man, look at this. I feel like this roster is huge. Did it feel like that roster is like really big? I don't know why. And Gustafsson. There's the other one everybody wants to know about, right? Inside scoring, I think B plus. Mid range lower. Mid range is like a C. Gustafsson. B plus rebounding. I'd give her maybe a bump on rebounding. Maybe an A minus on rebounding. Playmaking. See, here's where I get the F for Gustafsson playmaking because she's a back to the basket post player. So yeah, you're not gonna have basket, like big time, But dude, a D minus for Gustafsson on IQ. That's that's a little hateful. That's a little hateful for me. I think that she deserves better than that. At least give her a C minus like Samuelson down here. And we're back to the aces. All right, so we finally made the loop. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I hope that this was something that you enjoyed, something that you had a little bit of fun with. I think the most underrated overall team is the Aces, and most overrated overall team. Overrated overall team. Hmm. Probably the Wings. I think the Aces at 82 and the Wings at 87 that's backwards to me. Aces have got to be like at 88, 89. Wings, I feel like are down. Even with Skydig, I feel like they're down like 81, 80, 80, 81, right? Not quite as low as Indiana. I get the Indiana 78. I get that. I'd like to see them a little higher, but yeah, 87 I think is too high for Dallas. Las Vegas too low at 82. It just is. Asia Wilson is getting like 89 is just criminal for Asia. She's a 92, 93. If you're gonna have players, you're gonna have well, no, I guess Maya Moore is a 90. I want her at least where Sylvia Fowles is at 91. I think I would pick her over Sylvia Fowles for sure. For a one season, pick her over Sylvia Fowles, easy. So 91, 92. Maybe not quite a Maya Moore. Yeah, she's on par with Griner, Bonner, Tarasi. I put her in that same boat. So, um, I think these three I'll need a boost up to 87. Vandersloot, Quigley to Shields, boost them all. Drop Dolson to 80. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's the game, guys. We're gonna have some more fun with this. I actually want to I want to do some play nows. We'll do some play WNBAs. All right. I'm just gonna go straight CPU. You know what? Let's go aces. Battling right now. Let's just take the top two teams. All right, Washington Mystics, uh, Connecticut. Okay, that's our top two teams right now. And that's gonna be it for me, guys. I'm gonna check this out, and but anyway, hope you guys had some fun with me tonight checking these out. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Go ahead and comment below your takes. Who do you think is the most underrated player? Who do you think is the most overrated player? What team do you think got messed over, got too low of a rating? What team do you think is too high? I want to hear your takes. And I'm gonna be kind of doing some more of this stuff, some more live stream type stuff with WNBA on 2K20. Just as we're kind of getting rolling here. So anyway, I hope that you enjoy it, and we will catch you. We'll catch you a little bit later. We'll catch you next time. All right. Have a good one.